So today I wanted to come on here and I wanted to talk about ancestral healing on the twin flame to divine counterpart journey, which is not the only spiritual journey that people do ancestral healing, but this is for the twin flame divine counterpart journey. And so what happens on this journey is oftentimes when you that's my son's cat is opening doors. Sorry. Oftentimes, you will start the journey and you get little hints, but you don't really pay attention to them. Like you could know what's ahead of you, but you kind of ignore it. I find that that's kind of the case in a lot of cases on this journey. And so, ancestral healing is one of those things that apparently we kind of sign up for before we start life. And then if you go on this twin flame journey, you're working on ancestral healing because as part, as part of what you do with your twin flame or divine counterpart, you clear this ancestral karma also for future generations. Especially, I think it's especially if you're having children together. I mean, you can still do it otherwise, but if you're having children together, you're clearing the ancestral karma. Now, what happens is um, you start, already, like I hear it all the time. I'm not, oh my God, I don't react this way. I'm not like this. When I am so easygoing, but when he does something or when she does something, oh my God, it's like this whole other person. I'm acting like a crazy person. Well, part of that is that your connection is so intense. And then also, if you are integrated with each other to any degree, it bounces back and forth. It reverberates. Anything that affects you affects them. If they hurt you, your hurt comes back to them, and then they feel hurt, and then they send it back to. It's just a kind of a back and forth thing until you learn how to get that under control. It's a game of mastery. I mean, it's spiritual journeys are about mastery. It's about mastering the mind, mastering the emotions. And so when it's ancestral, you'll often find that there's something going on in your connection. Hi, that there's something going on in your connection that does not necessarily feel like anything that's ever been a problem for you before. Do you know what I mean? So, like, you're having an issue with your counterpart or with what's going on with your counterpart, and it's causing this big reaction within you. Often that's what ancestral healing is about because you're taking it on. So, the spiritual journey, and it's even, so the divine masculine and the divine feminine, when you go into the twin flame divine counterpart journey, you're taking on that mantle, you're taking on one of the mantles. But in this spiritual journey altogether, you're going to go within and you're going to heal the distorted feminine and the distorted masculine and bring them to union, period. That is the spiritual journey. It's a little more magnified on the twin flame journey. And then you bring in the ancestral stuff and it's ridiculously magnified. And so it's really important that you find someone or something that you can hear or listen to or relate to when it comes to this. Can be very painful. It can put you in a tailspin. It can make you think, why? What did I deserve better than this. I deserve to have good things. Why is this happening to me? It doesn't even make any sense. I've never had anything like this happen to me before. That's ancestral. And so a few things to know, especially if you're not as tuned in with the other side yet. The ancestors are all around you during these processes. You are always supported. You have angels, you have ancestors. It's for real. And I kind of want to share something that happened to me before I started. So I was awake as a child, so nothing really freaked me out on this journey. I get surprised and excited and annoyed sometimes, but I don't really get freaked out. But when I started on the divine counterpart journey, at one point I was outside and I saw these this two lines of ancestors lined up. I knew they were ancestors. They lined up in front of me. Okay, I'm pointing the other way. Like a line up in front of me, almost like, you know, they got down on their knees. They like bowed down to me. And then they sent me something energetically. Every one of them. I'm laughing now. Like I thought it was, and I think some of it was gift. It was, you know, the energy of them being there with me. But I think some of it was the energy of the ancestral issues. And they all like I was like, why are these people all bowing down to me? Well, then you go on this journey and you learn, you figure it out. I want you to have that image in your mind when you're dealing with your ancestral journey. If you haven't had the privilege of seeing them really bow down to you, I want you to know that they are all truly bowing down to you. They are all truly in awe of what you're taking on. The energetic and emotional and mental things that the ancestral healing brings into your life, on top of the extra powerful connection you're in, this is an amazing thing, and they really are in awe of what you're taking on. It takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of inner strength to uphold all this, on top of because we all have something going on during this journey too. There's always something, you know. A lot of twin flame readers talk about the third party. So that's basically, they're usually talking about the divine masculine messing around with other women kind of thing, but it's not always that. But it's something very heavy for everyone on the journey, and we all have a different journey. And so when the ancestral healing comes in on top of all of that, it takes a lot of inner strength. It takes, you know, it's okay to seek support from other people going through the same thing. It's okay to look for answers and to ask questions. If you have any questions, put them down at any point during this. It's hey Beth. I didn't even see that come in. I thought I had chat on. I did not apparently have it all the way on. But the ancestral healing can be so heavy. I mean, it can really make you want to quit. It can really make you want to quit. I think we've all been there on this journey anyway. It can really make you just want to quit. Tell your I'm not gonna go there, but so what else did I want to say about ancestral healing? Let's see. Often, are there any questions? Let me look real quick. I got a silly I love you. Often what happens is we start this journey, and you know, the masculine takes a while to get on board, because of course the masculine stays rooted in the 3D, because what the masculine does is comes in and leads in the third dimension, in the earth plane. They become the leader after you energetically lead them to that, and it takes some time, because they don't look, you think you're crazy, so you know they think you're crazy when you start talking about this stuff. And so I think almost every feminine has heard their masculine say, no, this isn't true, you're crazy, this is not true. And I think I'll talk about that when I talk about the whole, you know, the steps of the journey. But so they take a little longer, but they do, whether they know what's going on or not. If you, as a divine couple, are signed up for the ancestral healing, they are participating in it. And I think they often find themselves thinking, what in the world am I doing? What in the world am I saying? Am I crazy? I've never reacted this way before, just like the feminines do. They're really not any different in that aspect. They just distract themselves much easier than the feminines do. So until they really start to work on the inner distorted feminine, and then they can't distract themselves from those emotions any longer because it's in their face. It's right in their face. And yes, it is. It's very, very hard to believe the whole journey. um, but if there's no questions, I'll pull some cards. I think I covered a lot of the ancestral healing. Well, also I want to say, you have at least two of, so there's a lot of ancestors around you during ancestral healing, and you have at least two, and I can tell you I have four. I have four leaders in this, and I hear them, so I can tell you it's two on my side, two on my counterpart's side that are always, telling me what's going on and whatnot. So they're always there. They're not going to leave you. And I got a question offline about why does ancestral healing take so long? Well, first of all, they were lined up bowing to me. Come on. It takes so long because we have centuries and centuries of distorted masculines and distorted feminines, right? Because this is what this matrix brings in, the matrix of the third dimension, the matrix of living in the earth plane. Before, and it was distorted before when the feminine was the energy of power. We distorted it then too, but now with the masculine as the power point, the point of power, the strength, let's keep all the feminines in their place kind of thing, which we're working out of. That was distorted, and not all masculines even wanted or want to do that, right? It doesn't feel good. It didn't feel good, but it was expected of them, just as it was expected of the feminines to do certain things. And I saw a thing on a movie. God, what was it called? Women Talking, and it kind of made me think of this. They're talking about, if I stay here, I don't know what this is about at all. But it just reminds me of the long ancestral distorted feminine view. And the women are together talking, and they say, if I stay here, I'm going to become a murderer. I'm going to become a murderer. Well, the feminine, they fought back in whatever way they could fight back. Whatever power you could find. And it's been about power. So we have distorted feminine, distorted masculine. Nobody's going at it exactly the perfect way. I mean, I know there are people that have come in, but it takes a while because as a counterpart, you are to do the ancestral healing from both angles. You are to do, if you're feminine, you'll do more feminine, but you are to face the masculine also, because just because you essentially are in each other's energy fields, for one thing, and you are that connected, you have to go through both. And it's very difficult for the masculine to do the feminine part. This is a recent thing where the masculines have really, in this cycle, moved into their feminine side and have really worked with the feminine side, healing and balancing and getting that on track. So if there's no questions about ancestral healing, I'll do a little card pull from the angels and ancestors. Maybe let one turn upside down. Oh, I love it. Look at that. I was just telling you how they're all around you, right? The angels and ancestors are always with you. And this is what they're saying to you. Enjoy success and happiness. So, to answer the question, I think we are at the end of ancestral healing in this cycle, okay? There may be little bits and pieces, because as you cycle out of something, there's always a little bit more resistance to move through, because when we resist, we push it away. And so you go through it again and you say, okay, I'm accepting this. This is a part of me and my past and my ancestors' past. Oh my God, I'm going to cry. I just got that. So, okay, I just heard that's part of what takes it so long, is that, it's hard to accept that this was a part of your ancestors' past, especially those that you know and remember and love. And so there's a pushing away of it. They're saying we're all learning to accept it now, and accept um, the inevitability of it, how it was for all of our ancestors. Um, and so we can move into better times, success and happiness. Okay, I love that. It's beautiful. Oops, that one went, hold on. That one flew. Lord, take charge with authority. So they're saying, the angels and ancestors are saying, okay, they're like, this is an ancestor reading. We're taking the whole, okay. The ancestors are saying, take charge with authority. So understand that you have done what you needed to do in the ancestral healing, and that you can move forward with confidence. They're saying confidence now. And the bottom of the deck is autumn. Release the old and rest. Release the rest of, what is that other one? Release ancestral patterns, right? Is that other card that keeps coming up. So release it. Release anything that's been holding you back. And when you release it, bring it also back into your energy field as a memory. So instead of, when we say release, it's not release, push it away. It's release its hold on you. Surrender its hold on you, and bring it back into your own energy field as an acceptance of the past as a memory. You know what I mean? I think a lot of well-meaning spiritual teachers teach you clear and release, and that's that. No, you got to let it come back into your field. And when it comes back into your field, that's why it's like cyclical. It comes back, it comes back, it comes back, and each time, this is the spiritual journey. It's not a straight line. It's a cyclical pattern. And each time it comes back, it's less and less. And then you get to the point where it can come back. There's no more pattern, because you are not letting it get to you anymore, and you're letting it stay with you. It has to stay with you. It's part of you. And just as all your good memories are part of you, all of the hard memories are part of you too. What else do our ancestors have to say? They're not sharing today. This is the Mystical Journey Oracle. Let me see if there's any. I can't figure out the chat yet. Oh, okay, there we go. I see it. I don't really need a mediator yet, but hi. All right. Any questions on ancestral healing? All right. Oh, so the ancestors are also saying that by going through their healing, I see them right now as I'm talking, as that I'm like sweating because there's so many of them here. I assume those of you who will watch this later, too, your ancestors are here. And they're all okay, bowing down to you. I didn't want to use those words again, but they're saying yes, yes. And they're saying that doing the ancestral healing helps you to become authentic, your own authentic self. It brings out your authenticity, right? As a divine being. Look at that. And you are a divine counterpart, right? So it brings out your authenticity as a divine being, that you were able to, step into and accept this lifetime on this journey, right? What else? I'm asking them, which deck do you want me to use? Another oracle message. The twin flames. When does it stop? How long is the ancestral healing? Is that what you're asking me? I have offline questions coming in. I think it's different for everyone. I think that they're saying that this They said yes, that this group, this cycle is done with the ancestral healing. So you have to accept that you're done with the ancestral healing. You have to accept that you're done with the ancestral healing and let it come back in. Yeah, that is not ancestral as much as that is what is the word? That is collective. That is a collective healing. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, we're done with that too in this cycle. You're never done learning on your own journey. But the ancestral healing is up. It's up, guys. It's up. The healing is done. And it's time to, it's time to move beyond illusion. Change your perception. Oh my God, thank you guys. They are so amazing. So they're answering my offline question here, questioner. Change your perception and go beyond illusion right now, right? Because it's over. The healing is over. Guys, if you're watching this, your ancestral healing work is over. Enter your vortex and align with infinite abundance, right? Which goes with what the angels have been saying about moving into union, which we're doing right now, right? And the bottom of the deck is soul merger, ebb and flow. So you're going to bring more of your higher self in at this point because you've done all this ancestral healing, and I'm hearing, yeah, most of the healing is done right now. Most of the healing is done. There's a little healing. I am so hot, guys. I don't think I could keep on here much longer. There's a little more healing, but they're saying that you do another whole thing of healing when you come together, not in a bad way. They said not like you're not going to do all these dark nights anymore. So, and everybody's on their own pace, and there's free will again. So if your counterpart has opted out, but you've been staying on track and doing your work, then again, you're going to have a higher level soulmate come in. Anyway, that door is wide open right now. It opened a couple weeks ago. I can tell you, I saw that door open. I saw, they're showing it to me now too. It's like a portal. It's a portal. And so, you did not do all this for nothing. Trust me. But there's a responsibility in coming together too, because there is that energy, and that energy is a responsibility. Of course, that's why you did all that clearing for yourself and your ancestors. Any ancestral questions? Because I'm getting ready to get off. They're driving me nuts. I want them out of my I want them out of my space. Look at how hot it's not hot here. Okay. All right. I love you all. I will put this video up. I'll put what I think it went 2 minutes before I started, so I'll try to trim that. I love you all. Take care.